You're gonna make me freeze. Free. You should know. You should know. If you love me, then you should know. Hi, guys. Better mood, better health. What were we talking about? What were we talking about? What were we talking about yesterday? Let me check. Let me check. I think I took a screenshot. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. We're talking about. Do Americans have a culture? No, not do American. Afro Americans have so let's go. You're gonna make me freeze. Freezing. You got me. Guys, drop a like, please. Welcome in the live stream. Welcome in the live stream. Today I'm too early. I think that's why. I might be too early today. Is it why? Is it why nobody's here? Am I too quick? Am I too early? Y'all tell me. I'm doing better. I'm way healthier. Hi. How are you? Let me help you out. You're going to pick it out tight. I'm doing better, Gigi. How about you? How are you feeling? How are you doing? Today we're going to spend a lot of time together. So guys, be ready. We're going to have a long, great night. So let's get ready to... It's Saturday today. It is Saturday. We need some energy. We need some good vibes. We need some good chat. And we're going to be chatting today. I hope y'all are ready. Glad to hear that. I'm good, thank you. Ooh, what did you do? I love Saturdays. Why do you love Saturdays, Melvin? Hello, C4. How are you? Guys, drop a like in the chat. Drop a like in the chat. Drop a like in the chat. I'm going to be here for a long time. I'm here for a long time. So it is Saturday. Yeah. You went to the beach? Really? Where are you from? Where are you guys watching me from? Where are you guys watching me from? Guys, don't forget to drop a like in the chat. Let's get it to 10 likes, please. Let's get it to 10 likes. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. Do you know what peekaboo hair is? No, I don't. Tell me. Cat Williams or Bernie Mac? I don't know either. You do. You're from Dubai. I'm jealous. Europe? Ooh, where in Europe? Which country? What flag is that already? Argentina? Gigi, is that Argentina? Guys, don't forget to drop a like, please. South Pacific, the Iceland. Oh, okay. I don't really know where it is. Melissa, I'm great. How about you? What is that accent? Try to figure out and let me know if you found it. I have to guess. Come on now. Thank you. Oh, Australia. Nice to meet you from Australia. Hey, gorgeous. Respect from Estonia. Here, do wish you best. You deserve only the best. Hope everything goes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wish you the best to the real blue eyes. Sounds Brazil. You think that I'm Brazilian? Damn. Okay, so I got it. I got it. You smell money. I smell money. Yeah, I could smell it now. Guys, don't forget to drop a like in the chat. Let's get the likes to 15 likes, please. Can we get the likes to 15, please, 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 please? Can we get the likes to 15 and drop in the chat the flag from where you're watching me from? I'm going to try to guess the flags. You look beautiful. Thank you, Addicted. Cover your mouth. You're using your hands for 10 seconds. Why? I want ice cream. I love ice, but I don't like screaming. So, ooh, guys, I got 15 likes. Damn. Can we get it to 20 though? Let's get the likes to 20. You guys are so fun. Do you have a boyfriend? No, I don't. Hi, Johnny Jack. What's your take on Karl Marx? I don't know who is that, Michael Joseph. You got 10 likes, girl. Thank you. Let's get it to 20 though. Let's shoot further. Hi, Jer. Whoa, you're very beautiful, pretty, and gorgeous, and also I like your hair. Thank you so much. Be blessed. JD, yeah. He was insulting you. What you saying? You smell money by insulting you that you big have a big nose. He's being racist. You should block him. I didn't know what it meant. I think I'm too innocent for racism. Do you like the new 2016 trend? And have you tried the new Mr. Beast Starbucks yet? No, I didn't. Damn, guys, you guys are so fast with the likes. Damn. Can we get it to 30 likes then? Hi, Kate. But thank you for letting me know, Michael Joseph. Michael Joseph. Thank you. I didn't know. I really didn't know. Yeah, thank you. But I watch soccer. That's why I know about Argentina. Hi, Kenny. I love your hair. It's looks very beautiful. Thank you, Melvin Kings. What is your IG? The same name as my this account. Beautiful. Just stop by seeing how you're for tonight. Thank you, Ray King. Thank you, Rick James. Their ancestors were from Africa. They're not the. But wait, I have a let's focus on the debates. Hi, welcome in everybody. Have a great night. We are going to have to focus on the debate. So the debate for now is, do you think Afro-Americans are from Africa? I have a question for you guys. I have a question for you guys. I have a question for you. Let's say there was a cat. I'm going to do an example, guys. Try to follow with me. So you have a cat, right? Your cat has kittens in Africa, right? And then you bring those cats to, not to, in Africa. Let's say you have cats and you're in the US. You have cats in the US, right? Your cats give kittens, right? And you bring those kittens to Paris. The kittens of your kittens, does that make them change? Or is it the same thing? Like, do they become dogs because they went to Paris? Do they become a mouse because they go to Paris? Do they become giraffe? Or they still stay cats? Because they're originally from the US, right? What is racist? What is racist? There was those that dwell in America that were dark since before columns came. But don't you guys think that if Americans were originally from America, right? The Americans should look like the ancient people that used to live in America. Because when I see the ancient people that used to live, for example, in Canada, they don't look nothing like the colonizers, right? And the native people that we could see how the native people looks like. and I saw the various colors of the native people. But since in Canada is colder, they have a paler skin and they're less brown skin. The brown skin doesn't have a tone. Okay, well, the US have weather's more warmer than us in Canada, right? So they must look like, I'm just trying to make it make sense, right? We're talking, I'm debating. Okay, can my mods take care of these rude people? Okay, Kate, you got it. Wait, Kate, since you're always here in advance, Kate, can you say hi in the chat? I need to change something. Kate, can you say hi in the chat? I want to change something with your moderation, please. Okay, I'm going to help you with your mod. Don't worry, it's just I'm doing something. Okay, got it. Did you see the update? Did you see the update? Okay, guys, reading your comments. I'm reading your comments. When you're black and you say white to Philippine, I don't get it, Melvin. Then they're born in America. How many generation before you're from where you're born? 1 2 20, where there's a cutoff. I'm from Canada. My great great grandparents were from Europe. Okay, you think that because wait, do you believe that you're more European or you're more um Canadian? Me, that guy. Do you think that you're more European or you're more Canadian? Because when I talk with a lot of Canadian that their great grandparents used to be from Europe, they know they don't belong in Canada. They know it's not their native land, right? But with the new rules, their new regulation, it is technically their newborn land. And the acceptance of newborn land is because of colonization. Because when we look at the origins of the people from there, you know, because me personally, I believe everybody comes from Africa and people were all living in one continent when the earth was all together. It's when it started separating and people started migrating and all that that separated all of us, and that's how we changed and stuff like that. And so with the generation of those territories that people spent on those lands made them belong in those lands, right? And that is how they would change like their skin tones, they would change like their face features and stuff like that, because with the weather you cannot stand with the same thing. But I know, Met guy, when you're telling me that your ancestors were from Europe, to me you're natively from Europe. But and a person that was natively from Canada, I can never consider him nothing else than a native Canadian. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. It doesn't remove you the right to be Canadian, because of course you were born in this land and you have a lot of generations of family that were on this land, but you know. Excuse me a second, I have to upload a file. I'll be right back. Okay, Rick James. Some of themselves sees some of themselves like that. Some don't. Yeah, most of them they don't like it. I consider Afro Guyanese. So you think you're from Guyana? They are, but the thing is, some of them don't want to be called Africans. They get offended. And why do Afro Americans get offended of being Americans? Why do you think they get offended? There were those that came from my family that were dark skinned before Europeans and Americans. Okay, but what are the, like, I cannot see the features. I cannot see the features because if there were black people, before in America, there's some features that they have to have that collides with like the native people that they're showing us. So that means the Native Americans that we have, they are not really the real Native Americans. That means the black people that were the real the real Native Americans. That's what I'm trying to say. Cause me, my problem is like, why do Afro Americans get offended to be considered as black? Is being black a sin? Is being black ugly? Is being black what? Because I know the education that y'all have about Africa in America is really shitty. Like Americans, they make us look bad. They make us feel bad. They make us look dirty. So of course you don't want to relate to somebody that looks unclean, right? You don't want to be associated to somebody that looks unclean, that looks bad, that looks nasty. Because the only pictures and the only thing that most of Afro Americans know about Africa is that we have corrupted leaders. We have like bad structures in our country. Our country looks disgusting. Till I Show Speed actually showed you guys that all that was false. And most Afro Americans don't know the history of Africans. They don't know what is going up in Africa. They don't know the reality of Africans, why we have corrupted leaders, why we have all this. But they don't know that it's their government that is putting us in a situation that we cannot get out of there if we do not create another type of war. And we know the first war country that has the most power is the USA. So how would African countries fight this type of government to get their true freedom? That's what a lot don't know. I don't believe a racial group is entitled to ownership over land just because they were born in certain ethnicity. Everything that Canada is today was built by people. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like your bloodline derives from Europe, right? Your bloodline derives from Europe. So to me, I believe that Europeans were first on the Europe earth, like Europe lands before anybody else. And they had to travel around to get new, better places because they needed a type of, you know, uh, cultural needs that they had to go and get to change like locations and stuff like that. Because I remember the history of Canadian because we learned that at school. But your bloodline shows that you're natively from Europe. So you're natively from Europe and you wouldn't get it offended if they call you European. Me, I cannot get offended if I'm called African. I don't know if you see that, what I'm trying to say. Africans and native went by tribal names, not just color, but tribal names. Where are you from, beautiful friend? I'm from Canada. All of Africa needs to unite. Yeah, but it is not possible to unite when you're still colonized. The world doesn't know that Africa is still colonized. Y'all really think that you guys are independent, but you guys really think that Africa is independent, but it's not true. We are not independent. Many comes from Liberia, Sudan, Nigeria, or Jamaica. Actually, not really. I would say yes and no because Liberians are slaves from America that went back to Africa because they said we prefer our native land. They better go back to their ancestors. But the other part of the, like, slaves, when they were freed, they decided to stay in America because they already felt more connected to America than going back to Africa. Like the only colony that was accepted to go back to Africa was those who live in Liberians. Liberians are ancient slaves that were in America. I don't know if you guys listen from I Show Speed live stream, but there's a lot that says they come from Ohio and all those places around. Descendants from Africa, but we are a generation removed now. We are from America now. But why do you guys feel offended to be called Africans? Because that is the division that makes us not grow. Because personally, I feel like that is my opinion. You guys can tell me whatever y'all think in the chat, but I really believe like if Afro Americans and Africans could be united, we would grow 10 times faster. We will grow 10 times faster. We have things that we have to bring to y'all. As Africans, we have a lot to bring to Afro Americans, and Afro Americans, you guys have a lot to bring to us. So the diversity and the mixture of that could create a bigger everything. Because the Africans that love America and they rather stay in America than in Africa, and there's a lot of Afro Americans that love Africa that rather stay in Africa than America. Like we have a lot to bring for each other, but the division that they create in our heads, it starts from school. Because I think and I personally believe that if, let's say for let's say 3 months, let's say if for 3 months all the Afro Americans went to spend it in Africa, they stay in Africa for 3 months. For those who would come back to America would just be not more than 10%. Because you just need to travel around and find the places that suits your values and your thoughts and whatever that fits the most with you, and you would have found it. And the thing is, like, I'm not saying that America is bad. I would say you guys would have a different perspective of Africans and who they really are. And us Africans, we would have known why you guys think like that and why you guys feel offended and disconnected to us at that point. But we would have never disrespected y'all. And we do not disrespect y'all. We love everybody. We welcome more strangers than our brothers. That's the thing. So that is my point of view on that. I'm Brazilian and I'm mixed African and Angola, European, Spain and Portugal and Brazil natives. Yeah, I know Brazilians are so mixed. I love Africa. The wall slaves come from what slave? As in Slavic people. From what I learned and what I know properly is that the wall slaves comes all from Africa and they got divided around. That is what I know. That is what I know. Most of slaves come from Africa. And they went to country where there were black people and they enslaved them. Like me, like for example, Guinea Papouasie. I know Guinea Papouasie, there are a lot of black people there too, you know, black people native from there, and you can see the features and all that. And you can see that is not the like were not deported from mainly Africa. There's some countries that I really believe that they were first on those lands and they were already living there for years and years. But like for the Americans, I'm just saying like their features. I'm wondering like why do they not look like the native people that were here? Because I know native people that there's some that can be dark skin. Like for example, I don't know if y'all know, if you guys go to Madagascar, you guys are going to find Asians in Madagascar. In Africa, Madagascar is in Africa. If you go to Madagascar, you guys are going to find Asians. When I tell you Asians, the Asians that you find in Asia, you're going to find them in Madagascar. And you guys are going to still find the black people in Madagascar. And you guys are going to find Indians in Madagascar. And you guys are going to find Indians too. Or like Indians that came kind of from India that got mixed. You're going to find them in South Africa and in Madagascar. In Madagascar, there's a lot of mix. When you go to the islands, that's where you see all the mixtures. How to find black women? What type of question is that? Hi from South Africa. How are you doing? Like, you guys don't know a lot about Africa. There's a lot of people that I'm talking about, the native Africans. I'm talking about native Africans. You can find a lot of mixture. When you go to, for example, Ethiopia, you see how Ethiopians are. There are people that are darker skin in Ethiopia, but you see with their hair color and curves and stuff like that because of the weather. And you're going to see those who are more pale or almost white. You know, I'm not talking about albinos, but you're going to see almost white people, like, because of the weather. We know that there's some countries like from the northern Africa that are not native from Africa. Like, they migrated to Africa and started living there. You guys know the countries' names. I won't name them, but you guys kind of know. But I'm talking about the native Africans that were in Africa since a long time. When you go, you stretch a little bit. According to the weather, you're going to see the diverse of the climate. And those that we call the mutants in Africa are those who are born like albino. The albino are the mutants from Africa, and the albinos are very stretched. When you want to see about albinos from Africa, they're very, very stretched. The lineage are very stretched. South Africans migrated to North America too. Really? That is good to learn. Do you know hit zone that lions kill each other for territory? Why do they do that? And I never heard about that, but interesting. But like in everything, when you want to rule and when you want to own a territory, there's always those type of things that happen. I know that Morocco, Tunisia, and Algeria, they're in Africa, but they're not like natively from Africa. They're in Africa for a long while, but they're not natively. They migrated and they started living there. And then they got colonized, and they also got colonized, those the people that live there. You can hear the stories. There are the Berbers, the this, the that. They have a lot of names. Yeah, but their ancestors are not natively from Africa. That's the thing. They're not natively from Africa, but with the long time they spend in Africa, they consider themselves as Africans. They already have their thing there. Yeah, geographically, because they landed there, so they started staying there. Lions have religions as well. What is the connection with lions? We're talking about Afro Americans in Africa. Why are we talking about lions? Afro Americans have their ancestry recently traced to Africa, Europe, and even the Americas. What is the Americas? I know Kenya are darker skin. There are a lot of countries that you can also find darker skin. Hi, host there. In the Olympic Games and sports, they represent Africa. Who? You're talking about Tunisia and Morocco and all that. Yeah, because they live in an African community and continent. So no matter what they do, they're considered as Africans. They cannot they cannot get traced back like anything else but than Africans now. Oh, nice to meet you, King. Nice to meet you from Texas. Their communities with white men and African women is lower in lower Africa. Yeah, but that is in South Africa. But South Africa is another topic, guys. South Africa, I don't know if I can really talk really deeply about South Africans, but South Africans is not the same reality with like Afro Americans in Africa. South Africans, they're going through a lot. They know how to work it out, but the Nelson Mandela thing didn't help that much after he passed away. Because South Africans are going through a lot. That is a big topic. Technically and generally, the women's raise their ancestry from Africa. It's a no-brainer. Yeah, we know that everybody comes from Africa, but we have this story about division, color, races that is just, But me, I feel like me, I'm talking about Afro Americans because I feel sad. I feel very sad because, you know, um, we could be so more connected. We could do so much more together than divided. I feel it's sad because whenever like Afro American has an issue, like Africans buy their problems all the time without looking. But when it's an African thing, they call it's an African issue, it's an African problem, and it hurts because we see y'all as family, and we believe that you guys deserve better rights and whatsoever, and we know what we went through, and seeing what you guys going through your countries, like we want to unite with y'all, but the division is just there. What is xenophobic? What is it? What is xenophobic? Don't accept this term. Which terms? Which terms are you talking about, Andrea? I'm from Africa. Wait, hits on analogy with lions, boy. What are you, 12? Tell me you believe the colonizer history people. Lol. What are you talking about, hit zone? You really don't understand what analogy is, hit zone. Afro Americans? But that is how we have to call them because they don't call themselves like Africans. Am I supposed to say Black Americans? That is more that is actually racist saying Black Americans. Because actually, when you talk about the Afro Americans, you talk about the Afro culture that comes from America. But when I'm going to talk about Americans, I need to talk about the Black ones because my concern is not about the Americans. Me, I'm African. I come from Africa, so I am African. I cannot call them Americans because calling them Americans, that means I'm talking like people like Trump. But I'm not talking about the same situation. But the thing is, like, I cannot call them Americans and talk about Africa. It doesn't make sense. That is why but just the thing, I cannot say Black Americans because, of course, it does. You cannot say that, but I can say Afro Americans. I know textually, it could be said. Comunidad. Hello, how are you? I know they're Americans and they're Black. How am I supposed to talk about the Afro Americans without calling them anyhow? Sub, thanks for the topic. Shows you ain't dumb. At least you're not talking about trash. Oh, thank you, Papa. What did my hair do? Because if I talk about Americans, that means I'm mixing every cultures and races all together. But I just want to talk about the black people in America. So I cannot say the black Americans because you cannot say that. It's a big disrespect to them. So the only thing I know they're black, but the only thing I want to talk about is the Afro Americans. Because I know that you can say Afro Americans, but Black American is not said. They do not consider themselves Africans. That's the thing that I'm saying. If I do not call them African Americans, they're not considering themselves Africans. The Afro Americans think that they are Americans. The Africans that are in America, that's the people that they call African Americans. That's the thing. In the fact they're both Afro Americans and Black Americans, they shouldn't be offended at all. But they are offended, so I need to respect, you know. Yeah, but you cannot tell somebody that they're Black Canadian, they're Afro Canadians. Because if I start calling people white Canadians, y'all are going to get offended. So I call y'all Caucasians Canadians. That is the thing. To respect y'all, I call y'all Caucasians Canadians. And what is a Caucasian person? Is a person from white color. That's the thing. That's the thing. Y'all with terms is not easy, but we need to respect them terms. Exactly. I can call a person not a white person because if I tell a person, oh, you're a white person, I'm being disrespectful to the person in literal racist. Of course, you're going to say you cannot be racist to a white person. Yes, they also live through racism because they leave certain stuff, right? But I would call them Caucasians to respect them. That is out of respect that I'm going to call them Caucasians. Question: what do Afro Americans and Africans etc. always set themselves apart when they forget so hard to be considered equal? We are all brothers and sisters. That is my issue today, and that is the topic of my live stream because my thing is like I want to unite with Afro Americans. I love them. They're so cool. They are very cool. They're very nice. They're very welcoming. They're very loving. Mostly they're very supportive of the black community, but the problem is like when it comes to Africans and Afro Americans, there's always that big gap difference thing. Like when they don't sense that you're too much from Africa, they're okay with that, but when you're too African at some point, they don't get comfortable at all and they get certain type of way with you. So that's my issue of today. Because me, I really love Afro Americans. I really, really love them. Welcome, guys, to everybody that came to the live. Please don't forget to drop a like. Can we get it to 100 likes, please? Don't forget to sub. Please, 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 please. The whole color concept come from certain groups. They stop acting like victims, but when will they stop acting like spoiled brats? That is the problem, but to me, the color thing is all because of colonization. If we weren't colonized, there wouldn't be a color thing. Because like when I read like our ancestors' memories, the way and the structure that they would use to live in it's in a community group. They would really live into a community group. Like it was all about community, brothers and sisters. We would see each and everybody like brothers and sisters, and that is the thing that we're starting to lose with the everything getting more modern. I'll tell you an example. In Africa, when you go to a village, when you get to the village, the villagers whenever you are hungry, you can enter into any home and go and eat. It's normal. In the cities now, it's getting more rare. Like in certain streets, like in certain cities, you can enter into any home and go and eat because it's your neighbor. So neighbors are very welcoming. Oh, I'm hungry. You say, oh, mommy, I'm hungry, and stuff like that. You just came back from school. You can go and eat from everywhere. It's family. Everybody's family. But there are some streets that are too modern that they don't do that anymore there. So it makes us separated from each other. That's all about the colonization and the modernization. Because they're going to talk about things like, oh, food poisoning and all that. That didn't exist before. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I was 5 years old, 6 years old. I could eat to my neighbor's house, in any neighbor's house. I could eat there anytime, anyhow, and they wouldn't limit your quantity of food. Even at school, teachers would give you food. Even when they cook, like the cooked food, there wasn't that much poisoning. Since we started modernizing and traveling to go to Europe, Canada, and all that, that's when food poisoning started. I don't know if y'all remember that. When I was younger here in Canada too, I remember that my neighbors could invite me, but it was like, my neighbors could invite me to go and eat in at their places. Today, you cannot eat at somebody's places like that. You don't even know who is your neighbors. You cannot even talk to your neighbors like that. And your neighbors, if it's to complain, they can call. They know you. To complain, your neighbors know you. But when it's to just be friendly, they don't know anything about you. Our ancestors spoke of sharing knowledge, everything, and no color involved, and determine whether you're good or bad. Yes, that is a thing too. And like, do y'all know that old people was knowledge? Old people was gold. Old people were very respected. Now there is no more respect for elders. There's no more respect for older people. And it's very sad. I pick yes, Africans, Americans from Africa. Not myself, but my ancestors. They are from Africa. Some of them rolling a boat to get to America. That's how I am African American. Yeah, but it's not a lot of y'all that think that y'all are African Americans. Canada is not America, so that's the difference. We have many cultures here. We are Americans in a way. We live in North America, so it makes us American too. And we have a lot of traditions that are similar to America. So yeah, we are Americans too. Thank you, Solo Drive. Bunny, yeah, that is another topic, please. Just let it aside, please. African elders are more healthy than elders in America. Okay, guys, we're done talking about like the Afro Americans and Americans. I don't know, but if you're Afro American and you're listening to my live stream, I really pray that we unite and build something bigger. And know that y'all are always welcome in Africa, even if it's to invest, to do whatsoever. We don't live in a zoo. We have roads. We are modern. We have technology. You guys saw Aisho Speed could have streamed for 3 hours and he was good. Everything was perfect. And he had a good eyes quality. So we're not missing nothing. We have realities that you guys don't know about, that you guys need to learn about. And I'm going to do a lot of topics that when you guys are going to be watching my videos, you guys are going to learn about Africa, because there's a lot you guys don't know about Africa. My grandmother is 96 and she still drives. Don't try to tell me she ain't healthy. 99% of us here won't live as long as her. But me, that guy, you're 1%. You're 0.001%. America is a whole continent. You see, and your people calling themselves Americans, but who gave them the whole continent? Thank you, Shabini. I'm so sorry if you feel ignored. There's a lot of comments, and I'm trying to stay updated because I'm a very slow reader and I want to answer to every and each comments. That's the thing. So I'm sorry if you felt ignored during the chat. I'm sorry. Can we push the likes, please? I'm a black American. I don't consider myself African at all. I was born in America, not in Africa. That is your choice. Hello, Justice Girl. How are you? Thank you so much, guys. Which deal do you want to do? Crazy. Can you please stop being mean? The Queen, yes. She comes from Canada, but she's American with us. I love her so much. Thank you so much. No, but everybody has their rights if they don't want. We're not forcing nobody to be African. So I'm just letting know to Afro Americans, y'all are always welcome to Africa. And we see y'all as brothers and sisters, and we will always see you and always think of you like that. Because we know how valuable you guys are. And you guys want to know something funny? I met this Afro American grandma, okay? And she was going to the grocery store. I saw her having a lot of things to carry. Was running to her. I started carrying her groceries, and I wanted even to pay for her groceries. She was like, no, thank you. And I was like, no, 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 no. She was like, no, it's fine. Don't worry, my daughter. I got it, and stuff like that. I brought everything to the car and stuff like that. She's like, wow, you're so respectful. I told her, us in Africa, you guys are our elders, and you guys are like gold. So I have to protect you. I have to take care and respect you. That is a natural thing. She's like, wow, why does my grandkids don't talk like you? I'm like, what about it? What is wrong? And she was like, no, I'm surprised about the education. And us in Africa, do you know, guys, the best time of the year for us is the time that we're going to the village to stay with our grandmothers and grandfathers because we are spending our best life. It's the best moments of our life. We're getting rid of our parents because our parents are trying to act too much like adults and our grandparents are acting like kids. So we love more our grandparents because they're having more fun than our actual parents. So that is how valuable we see our grandparents, and our grandparents. Yo, I have seen three generations of elders. I saw a grandmother that was like 140 years old. 140 years old. And you see her, you're like, you're 100 and how much? And you guys wouldn't believe. But she's like so damn healthy. And I'm like, what? You see what she carries. You see the farming she does. Like, you see her land and she tells you, yeah, yeah, I'm farming all this. And you're like, yes, no. She's like, yeah. And the type of food she cooks and the quality of her food, oh god, it is so good. Yo, value your elders, guys. So that's the topic. We're going to talk about elders, respects of elders in America versus Africa. Guys, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, okay? But I'm not saying, I'm not devaluing Americans, huh? Remember that. I'm not devaluing anybody. It's just about the knowledge and the culture and all that. What are you talking about? The old lady is one of those things we are referring to when we say that's our heritage was stolen from us. I didn't get it, NTZ clown. Can you develop the suffering the older generation went through should never be forgotten. Never remember that only happens less than 100 years old. Exactly. and participate from mental colonial teaching, Marcus. What is that about judgmental? Hi, welcome guys to the chat. Welcome to everybody guys to the chat. Welcome. Don't forget to drop a like, please, and subscribe. Please, 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 please. Welcome. We love y'all in Mexico. Oh, love you too, Jonathan. Name a car for a edit. Um, I love Benz. I love Benz. I love Benz. Who value more elders, Americans or Africans? Who value more elders, Americans or Africans? I'm not doing comparison. I'm trying to create I'm trying to unite Afro Americans and Americans. I hate those debates about the concurrencies between those two because it's like comparing your elder brother from your sibling. I don't know. It's being mean. It's not good comparing family. Me, I see Afro Americans like family. If they don't see me like family, I'm okay with that. But I see them like family. I think Africans and Afro Americans should be united. Black Americans come from a lineage of Shem. Africans come from Ham. I cannot speak on Africans, but more Americans need to honor their elders and take care of them. Okay. Thank you so much for the compliments for my hair, guys. I'm so grateful. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Fiona. Thank you so much, Non. The values that you were born into, respecting elders in such a way, was literally beaten out of us. Oh, okay, I see. And that is so sad. No, this is not the type of hair that you brush. Um, this is what I put into my hair. So I can put this, for the hair to, make it more flawless. But yeah. But that is so sad. That is so sad that here we devalue like elders. I'm so sad and I was shocked that we devalue elders. Like elders here, like we treat them like babies, like kids. It's so sad. I've worked for years in those type of like in those elderly centers. They're so depressed. They're so sad. They like literally they regret their lives. If they could choose for somebody to end their lives, they would choose that. Because the way they're depressed, I'm like so sad. I'm like, how can you do that to your parents? How can you dare send your parents to an elderly center? How? Do you guys know that elderly centers for us is the village? Elderly centers for us is the village in Africa. That is our elderly center. When your grandma is too old, she's going to tell you, bro, I'm going back to the village. And you know for sure she's going to spend her best life in the village. People think that she's there, depressed, and all. Nope. She's having fun. She's reconnecting. She's resourcing because she sees herself too disconnected from nature when she's in the cities. That's why she goes back to the village because she has more fun and the food tastes better there. Hey, French toast. I'm about to. You're about to what from breast cancer? Are you serious about that, Caleb White? I hope you're not joking about it. American culture in general doesn't put the respect on elders highly, but it depends on your family individual and how you were taught. It's crazy. They love the claim hair that obviously not theirs. They love the saying their hair, my hair. I can brush the hair. Does not yours. The horse in this Troy song. What are you talking about, Anton? America honors family, but depends on how they raised you. I don't think that Americans honor family, to my personal opinion. I don't think anymore. There, I saw many rules that passed. I don't know if you guys have the same in America, but like for example in Canada, I'm going to show you. The adult of the house is the kids. Those are the people who has the main rights. And then it comes to let's say women, and after women we have the LGBT, all the names community, and then we have the dogs, and then we have the elders, and then we have men. That is how it works here, and I know I'm not wrong about that. Having a say or having whatsoever, they're going to make you believe that they care so much about your health, they care so much about you. Like when I go to like grocery stores, I see how kids disrespect their parents. And also I think the education is already biased. You know why? Do you know why? The education of yeah, I know y'all put your elders in nursery homes. That shows how you guys do. Like, there's less respect for elders here. Because let me tell you something. Respect is something, it's not only about the family, right? It's also about how you represent your family outside of home. Me, when I would get out of home, I would make sure that nobody can ever say something on my dad or my mom. They cannot talk about how they raised me. You cannot say, oh, what a bad kid. What a bad behavior kid. You couldn't say that. What an impolite kid. From the moment an adult calls you impolite, that means your parents failed. And us, let me tell you the difference. In Africa, I'm not judging. We're discussing. We're exchanging. I want to know more about Americans, and I want Americans to know more about Africans. I want y'all to write in comments how you guys went through. How do you guys think? For example, us for respect, it starts from out, like how you also behave outside. Like for us, when you go to school, you say hi, madam. Here in school, we need to call the teacher by their nickname, and that was a problem for me because I was like, why should I call her by her nickname? That is a disrespect. Me, I felt like disrespecting my teacher calling her from her middle name. I don't know if I make sense. Yeah, that is like money wise. When it's about money, that is when there is respect. Like I see a lot of rich families. I grew up with rich friends too, so I could see the difference. They're very strict there, they're very honorable there, and there's a big respect because there is money to protect. But those who are not from the rich families, they do not have the same reality. They throw their family in healthy centers because I saw the rich kids, the upper classes, the higher classes and the upper classes. When I watch the elders people there, the elders people are healthy. They look good. They're 78 years old, 79 years old. They're healthy. They're 92, 93, very healthy. But the middle class and lower class, you would never see an elders person this healthy. And most of them are in elder centers home. Because the kids will say, like the parents that are the kids of those elders will say, They are too expensive for us. They will cost too much for us. I have kids to raise. I cannot take care of those parents. They need to go to health centers because the society made them to help us out. I need to focus on working on my family. But your kids needs the education of your parents to be able to help you raise your kids. They need those education to be able to rule your home properly. Not meaning that you're an incapable parent, but it's also part of the education of the kids to have all the generational role models. That's what I'm telling you. I'm talking about the group because it's the majority that does the rules, not the minority. From the middle class and lower class, like, and other class, you could see a big difference. The more money you have, the more richer the elders are, the more respect, the more healthier they look, the more they're more involved in their families. But the less, you don't have it. Exactly. I'm talking about the values. It's all about the values and the, you know, we're a ton of family in the middle class and lower class that take care of their family elders. Can you, if I take out a stats, if I take out a stats, is it that what is going to tell me? Because let's count about how many elderly centers exist in America and how full are they and how many hospitals are full with elder people. That is all about it. How hi Pascal. If we take that out, you would see that what you think is not the reality. That's what you want to be the reality, but in general is the minority. It's not because in your neighborhood everybody takes care of their parents that it's that for all America. Worrying about the wrong thing. What is the right thing to worry about, George? Thank you, Pascal. I'm talking about reality. So why should I be worrying about it? How many children are still at home with their parents well into their 20s? I don't think those folks are not going to in their old age. Those folk are not going home into a home in their old ages. What do you mean? Where's my friend? I hope she's going to come. I hope Vanita is coming today. I'm so sorry I had to earn earlier. I was very sick last morning. I'm so sorry. I was very sick. I had a food, something like food undigesting or food poisoning or something like that. High ending. I don't get it, Honor. Can you explain in details? Welcome to the chat, guys. I see there are new people in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me what you think in the chat. I want to learn all about it. Opinions of sheep doesn't matter. Since you're how do we call those who how do we call those who lead the ships? How do we call those who are leading the ships? I forgot the name. Can you guys give me the name of those who lead ships? I do not see color, races, or religion when I date a man. I only see God. Shepherd. Since you, yeah, thank you so much, Honor. Thank you, guys. So, Mr. Shepherd, tell us, as a shepherd, George, what should you tell us? Me too, I eat sheeps. And it's so good. What do you want me to answer? I think you know the name. You know the answer, right? What do you want me to answer in that question? We're talking about values about elder people. And do you wait? I'm going to ask you. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Hey Blake, you're from India? Okay, okay. You guys talked earlier. Okay, let's switch the subject. Let's grow. Okay, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Sienna. Everybody is raised different to compare in just an opinion. You're not making no sense. I'm talking about majority. I'm not talking about minority. But it's fine. You come in the chat, you disrespect everybody, and you want us to consider your opinions. You're funny. Thank you so much, John. Thank you. Thank you, Sienna. Thank you so, so much. Hi, Austin. Welcome, guys, to the chat. Don't forget to like the stream and sub. Yeah, I love being at my grandma's house. She was so fun. I used to work with her when we go to the village together. It was so fun. It was our best memories ever. Like, do you know how much we were so stick to our grandparents? Those who live in Europe, Asia, in America, they would all come back to Africa just to come to the village. And we would spend 2 weeks. And the 2 weeks, we would be so sad to leave our grandparents. Yo, even the adults will also come to join us in the village, but we would chase the adults away. We would like go back to the cities, guys. The village is for us, literally. I think it's more the parents' laziness. I know, but the thing is like society is pushing us to be divided. They don't want the knowledge that elders have to transmit us. So they make everything possible for us to be divided. Damn, the crown is mine. Yo. Okay, do you think this generation of kids are more disrespectful or more opinionated? Opinionated. Social media has ruined this generation. You think so? Do you think so? Because you know what? You know what? About social media, like every time people are going to talk bad about social media, I'm on social media and I have a fight and a voice for social media that people will not want to hear, but it's the truth. I think that they programmed our brains since younger for a lot of generations. Like since the first time TV existed, they started programming our brains, and that is when they ruined our education. That's how they ruin our great parents, and then our grandparents. They ruin our grandparents, our parents ruin our parents, and then our parents, and then our parents ruin us, and us we ruin our kids and stuff like that. That's what I think. Because when you realize everything that social media used to tell you before, and when I say social media, I would talk about the news. The news were big liars. We already had that stereotype of everybody. Like me, younger me, and my parents, they thought about Russians like, oh, Russian said this, Russian said that. You get on social media today, me thanks to TikTok, I know Russians in real life. Like I could talk to Russians, I could know more about their culture, I could know more about them. Before we had that stereotype about Koreans, and then guess what? K-pop came out, people started getting to interest themselves in North Korea, South Korea, and would learn that, oh, so it's not like that. It's not like this. That is how we got to learn everybody. I think social media made us know people in real time. The before social media, before I know social media, they would try to lie to us a lot, but like and sub. Thank you, cheesecake. That is cool. Millennium kids are disrespectful and don't like, and they don't like, I don't know, they don't get it. I was born in the 80s and they don't got nothing. They don't have nothing on us. They're lost. Do we need to save them? They're disrespectful and social media has a massive contributed, and obviously I'm not generalists. I'm just talking about the majority. Okay, I see. Instagram is the best, you think? Real, it's the way you use it, it's not the way it impacts it on you. Exactly. As a kid in this generation, I don't think some of us are more disrespectful and act way too grown for our age. Ooh, Parsley, you're talking. Get it, girl? Man, these young G's and alpha kids are cooked. Y'all are so funny in the chat. Yo, where are you from? I'm from Canada. How about you, Sin? Can you say Gaida? I said Gaida. What is that? I'm new here. Like and so thank you so much, Kosha. Welcome in, welcome in. Guys, don't forget to welcome the newcomers. Everybody that is new, say I'm new here. Like that we can welcome you guys. Guys, you guys give me a 2-minute break. I will go and get some water. I'm coming back. 2 seconds, guys. I'm back. Thank you for keeping the chat active for me, guys. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm old. Her. Stay off my lawn. You're a pretty woman. Like, seriously. Thank you so much, Shin. Okay, welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. People that are new, don't forget to subs. Don't forget to like the stream. Thank you. So, y'all think that they're more disrespectful. Okay. Now I'm going to ask another question, and I want y'all to be honest about your opinions and answer properly. Okay. Let me do the next poll. Guys, keep the chat active, please. Okay, so I got the new poll on. I got the new poll on. Hello, nice to meet y'all. Welcome to the stream. Nice to meet y'all. Nice to meet y'all. Nice to meet y'all. Whose fault kids are more disrespectful? And I want to know the reasons for everything you guys are voting. I want to know the reasons that you guys think about it. I want to know your reasons. The best way to battle hate is love. Exactly. Love people that hate you. Nice to meet you. Welcome home. And TZ Cloud. I feel like social media influence kids. Okay. Parents. Why do you think it's social media's fault per se? Simon, why do you think it's parents? Because of the parents demand respect and they made sure the kids respected others and themselves, there wouldn't be so many problems. Why are you asking? Because that is what we're here for, Zakaria. What are you here for? Me as a parent, I would blame myself. Why, Simon? What do you think you didn't do okay? It is possible if you can call and answer that one. If I can call and answer that one. What do you mean? Why do you mean themselves? For those who voted themselves, government, parents, I want to know. Guys, talk to me. The reason I chose themselves is because if they're disrespectful anyone of anything, they can also control themselves and behave. How can you behave if your example is already bad? Do you know how I felt embarrassed having to be the parent growing up in my household? In my aunt's household, I was just 6 years old raising already kids, babies, and the education that I left when I left from that household, they kept the same structure when I left. When I came here, I had to raise my parents' kids, and yeah, it was hard. And when I went to my friend's house, I had to raise my friends and their siblings. And I had a lot of raisings for years, and I still raise kids because I see how some parents act around their kids, and I'm very ashamed of the parents, and having to redirect the parent and the kids. So, if you guys want my opinion, I blame the government first and then I blame the kids because people do not know how raising works. Having to raise a kid, first it starts by grandparents. Grandparents are the, let's say, the core of the family. That's why grandparents are very like needed in a family. But when you have to throw your grandparents in the elderly center, you break already 50% of the education of your kids. Then the other 40% is part of the parents. The parents need to take accountability of their actions, the behaviors and their mistakes. The kids has nothing to do with your mistakes, with your accountability, with your consequences. Your kids shouldn't leave those reality. They can understand because they're smart, right? But they're supposed to be parents, right? Because when a kid comes in the world, he didn't come by magic. The only parents that has the right to talk is if they got raped. If parents got raped, that is another thing. And if they had kids forced by, family traditions. Those are the two reasons that parents can say, okay, yeah, that wasn't my fault. That is still parents behind. So you see, but else than that, they should take accountability, right? And the government wants parents to lose control over the kids, for them to control the kids. And when the kids are disoriented and they do BS with their youngster life, they won't be able to be stable adults, and the government will be able to control better the kids when they get to be adults. And because they know kids will do bad decisions, because a kid starting from the age of 9 years old, yeah, 9 years months, when a kid is 9 months, they start to learn, and they're very quick. There's some kids that start at 6 months, if y'all don't know, and there are kids that start at 9 months. They're very quick. They see everything, they listen to everything, they copy everything. And now from the age of 1 years old to 3 years old, the kid is like your camera. A kid becomes your camera. From 1 years old to 3 years old, everything you say, you do, you act, they know everything. They will do everything. They will say everything. They see, copy, and redo everything. They're like a little parrot. You see how parrots repeat everything? They do everything you're doing. That's how a kid is from the years of 1 years old to 3 years old. Then from 5 years old to 10 years old, you still have an influence on the kid, and a big one. So if you don't profit by that age, you will lose your child by the age of 10, because by the age of 10 your kids start thinking that, okay, I want to be an adult now, so I want to have fun. I want to start having rights now. And then from 10 to 15, that's where they're growing adults. So they're trying to fight between being a kid and an adult, because they're trying to find their place in the society. Then when they turn 16, that's when kids starts being like, shit, okay, wait. Do I still want to be an adult again? It looks shitty. I don't know. Do I really want to? But it would be cool because I want to do whatever I want. But when they turn 18, they're like, shit, who brought me here? Why am I on earth? Damn, that's how being an adult is tough. Damn, why didn't my parents tell me all that? And then they're effed. So, that's just what I'm trying to tell you. Hello, Godma. Thank you, Gofa. So, you see? Welcome in Masina. You see what I'm trying to say, right? Are you familiar with Jim Crow's law? What is that? Stop swearing. YouTube is good going to send you a message, I know. Me, I'm swearing? She speaks facts? Oh, thank you. I don't know yet. I would have to lecture myself on that. Can you write it down on one of, like, when I finish the live stream, can you write it on the live stream comments? I will go and have to read about that. Are you familiar with black codes? What is that about? They're sponges. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about saying that word. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Mm. Girl, you even know me. Just kidding. Okay, y'all are talking about something else. So, that was my opinion on like the parenting thing, and whose fault it is, whose fault isn't it. The only time the kids can be held accountable, like, in every family there can be little rebels. In a family household there are always rebels, and the rebels are caused by a lot of things. How is the environment at home? What is the personality of the parents? If you're a parent that is very heated, your kid is going to have attitude. It's not about, it's about the genes. if you're a heated parents, because I see a lot of parents these days that curse a lot at home. But me, if a kid curse around me, I will make him clean the floor with his tongue. He's going to clean the whole house with his tongue because he just cursed with that tongue. And me, what I would do to my little cousins, every time they will curse, I'm going to put soap in their mouth. And they hated the taste of soap because I would rub it into salt or in pepper. I rub it into pepper or salt and I put it in their mouth. They will stay with it for like about 30 seconds. For those 30 seconds, they're going to remember that for all their whole life. So when they want to say a bad word, they're going to be like, let me think about it again. Yeah, they would think 10 times before saying that. No, that's what I used to do here in Canada, because here in Canada, you do not have the right to lay hands on kids. In Africa, I would slap you, and when I would slap you, you will sleep for 2 days and wake up and see the mark of the slap on your face in Africa. In Africa, I don't joke. And your mouth, before cursing, you're going to look around and be sure even my shadow is not around you. That was in Africa. In Africa, I would slap you, but here I cannot. So I'll put soap in your mouth. At least that I will not get in trouble. And I also noticed that the problem of America is that here kids, they don't want parents to keep their kids. They love kids that grew into foster care. I don't know. That is my problem. I have a big problem about foster care. I have a big problem with foster care. I just don't like foster care. Like, it's the worst system they could ever create. I don't know who thought about that and what was their real goal behind that, but it became a nightmare for like a lot of families and a lot of kids. Like, the real families that need foster care never had it. And there are foster care that are nightmares for kids. So, I don't know. Put some respect in them kids. Yo, you cannot curse. My little brothers, like, even if they get to be 30 years old, they curse around me. They know. They know what's up. Yo, do you know that in Africa, teachers have the right to correct kids? Like, they have the right to beat on your kids. They can beat your kids. Don't slap me if you're in Africa. I would slap. In Africa, I have the right, so I would just... Yo. No, I hate foster cares. I hate... Foster cares is the best way to destroy a family. That's my opinion. We're going to talk about foster care after that. Being in Africa must be tough. No, but yo, you need to raise kids. Kids these days are too disrespectful. I saw this little girl in an American supermarket. She was cursing on her grandma. Boy! Boy! That kid. If that kid would stay 1 week with me, I would re-raise her. Like, I wouldn't play around. You know what? I'm going to tell you guys a story. Because I started tutoring very young because I was way too mature for my age, right? And there's this naughty kids, like the teachers couldn't stand them, the parents couldn't stand them. They started coming to the tutoring thing. So it's like a help after school, right? And when they come here and they would be like, oh, they started playing messing around, I would tell them silence. They don't say do the silence and stuff like that. I would say, okay, now you're punished. I would make them write a phrase 200 times. And I know they will have to get snacks. And I know they will have to go and play outside. They will not play outside. And the snacks, I would change them for snacks that they do not like. You know how kids hate fruits, right? I will give them the fruits that they hate the most because I listen. I'll give them the foods that they hate the most, and I will make them rewrite. I will tell them, if you do not write me it perfectly, I'm putting you in trouble. And plus that, I put them in stress. The next day, they will have to bring me the best mark. If they fail, they're in big trouble with me. So imagine that. The parents were like, oh, this or that. I love fruits and vegetables. But yo, not all kids love fruits and vegetables, let me tell you. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Most kids don't like vegetables. Do you like green apples? Like most kids don't like green apples. They think it's too sour. They don't like it. So I would give them green apples or like fruits that I know they hate the most. Nice to meet you, Bravo Bravo from England. You know, no, but like let's be for real. Those kids, the naughty kids, they will always send them to me. Cause yo, I was scary and I love being scary. You don't play around, you don't mess around with me. So kids, yo. No, but I see how disrespectful. Hi Georgina, how are you? I see so many kids so disrespectful and I'm like, parents, how do you handle this? This could never be my kid. Yo, I would go to my friend's house and her siblings would be in front of the TV past 8:30. I would look at her, what is he doing? Oh no, it's just, I told it to his mom, nah, going back to bed. They would cry and cry and cry and cry, and I would say, don't care. When they finish crying, in Africa, what do we say? It's good when the kids cry. When kids cry, it helps them go to sleep better. So when they finish crying and screaming and crying and screaming, they sleep. And they have the best sleep they ever had from all their life. So yeah, problem. You were 13 and how are you in my chat? Normally my chat is not for kids. Maybe YouTube requested it to me. You shouldn't hit kids. That is abuse. In Africa, no, it's not abuse. That is called raising kids. And why raising kids in Africa? That's why they're way more respectful and way better educated than here. Because here, kids have so much rights and they can say so much. So that's why they just, you know, they tend to say whatever they mean or whatever they want. No, there, yo, we would try to disrespect an adult in Africa. Try to disrespect an adult in Africa. You're going to receive a shoe in your face or something. I remember a lot of stuff. So, yo, you know. Are you live streaming? Yes, I'm live streaming. You think you're watching a video? My mom would hang me on the door. Go fast. So she would take your shirt and just drop you on the door and just leave you there. You finish crying. Then she goes, Lol, wait a minute. You got a shoe in the face? Yes! Yo, Africa doesn't play with y'all. Kids there, try to disrespect. Wait a minute. Have you ever heard the story of the looks? There's a story in Africa called the looks. Have you ever heard or experienced it? Guys, welcome to the stream. Don't forget to drop a like. Let's get it to 80 likes, please, guys. Let's get it to 80 likes. So, guys, do you heard the story of the looks in Africa? So, the looks in Africa is a story about mothers, okay? If your mom give you that stare, you know you're done for if you don't do what you have to do. So when, for example, you guys go out and you get to a friend's house, there's all the chicken and candy and stuff like that. Your mom gives you that look like, you know you shouldn't touch the candy. If they tell you one more, you say, no, 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 I'm not hungry. You let your mom choose the quantity you can eat and how much candy you can take. That is the story of the stair. Wherever you go, she's just like, you know, you need to behave. Okay, Jonas, let me help you to show you how poor Africa was. Yeah, get out. Thank you. Bye. A lot of useless people tonight. I want Philly in the chat with us. Yo, Philly was around though. Philly was around. I don't know. Where did he go? He's wandering around. You're young and you have a rude awakening if you ever come to the south. If you ever come to the south. What do you mean NTZ? One time my mom beat me and it left a mark for days, lol. Which country is that from, Yogurt? Which country are you from? I live in South Texas and I promise they beat us. I'm not even joking. At least my parents too. But it's good. Good. Beatings are good. I'm not talking about wanting to unalive your kid. That is sorcery. A kid that wants to unalive their kids, that is sorcery. Like a parent that wants to unalive their kids, it's sorcery. That I'm not okay with. But some beatings, kids deserve it sometimes. Yo, I remember that one time we were in the bus going to school with my little brother, and he was annoying me. He was annoying, pushing, hitting, pushing, hitting. I gave him that slap. All the bus was silent till we arrived to school. The mark stayed on his face for like, I don't know how many days. And like, yo, his mom was mad. I was like, talk to your kid. Since that day, my brother thinks twice before annoying me. My kids were my cousin were drinking and my uncle beat them so hard. Did they drink again? We're at 80 or not yet? Are we at 80 likes? Guys, I see 13 people in the chat. Can everybody drop a like, please? Can everybody drop a like? Please change your vocabulary. Instead of saying beating, say whooping, spank. A beating is something dumb without love. Beating? Okay, whooping. Yeah, let's say whooping. 80 for you? Okay. Oh, now I'm seeing it. Thank you guys for the 80 likes. Thank y'all. Can everybody drop a like too? Let's get it to 90. My goal for tonight is 100 at least. Do you braid? I know how to braid, Yagofa. Of course, you have to. Okay, so guys, let me ask a question. Okay, guys, let's go. 82. Woo! Let's go. Whoop whoop. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Would kids be more respectful if parents kept whooping them? Hello, Travis Chan. Oh, you're so sweet, Travis. So guys, I'm waiting for your answers. Would kids be more respectful if parents kept whooping them? Yes or no? 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 And why yes? For those who said yes, why do you think yes? And for those who said no, why did you say no? I want your arguments. I want us to converse it in the chat. I need conversations. No, I think look, that there's a thing that I always learn. You know, when kids get to be a certain age, okay? When kids get to be a certain age, they start remember about the whooping, and they understand why parents would do that. And they understand that parents actually loved them back then and they actually really cared about them. I'm not talking about the parents that were crazy, because the parents that were crazy. In beatings, the parents that go crazy. They forget that it's your kids that you're whipping. Thank you, Lawrence Mugo. Thank you. Hi, Nicholas. Hi, Frutan. Sub to me, please. Okay. Sub to me and her. Would kids be more respectful if parents kept whooping them? Yes and no. I got whooped often, and that at a certain point I didn't care. But it depends on which age you are. Like, I think it's useless whooping a kid of 15 years old. A 15 years old kid getting whooped is nah. Like, you know what my parents would do? I remember my uncle, when you're at the age of 15, he will stop whooping you, he will send you to the army. He will send you to the army. Like, it depends of what you did. For example, I have one of my cousin who stole. He sent him to the army for 2 weeks. He sent him to the army for 2 weeks. It's not about slavery. No, but it's not about, there's nothing concerned about slavery. But, anyways, what I was saying is, like, at the age of 15, like, for example, me, my kids, at the age of 15, I would send them to the army, because the army knows how to, you're going to come back your head straight. Or there's some that would be sent to, like, those concentrated schooling. You go to those type of centers and they change your head for just for a year. You go there, you're going to come back straight. You're going to come back straight. There are things that you will know your limits. I'm doing great, Amy. How about you? Hi, peace, Apara. Guys, welcome to the chat. Don't forget to drop a like and sub. Welcome in. What is a 7 years old doing in my chat? Like, guys, how is it possible that I have kids in my chat? Did you take your parents' phone? My chat is not allowed for lower than, it's just a 18 and plus. Wait a minute. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Let me see, because I don't understand. Oh, no, sorry guys. I'm so sorry. Sorry. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? It removed my bow. Guys, can y'all tell me how old are y'all in the chat, please? Thank you so much, Bean. Can y'all tell me how old are you? How 9? How do I have kids in my chat? How do I have kids in my chat? This is insane. I think the like the filter of like YouTube is not working. Thank God I'm not talking about nothing nasty in my live stream. I'm talking about educative things because yo, the only thing you need to know is that I'm grown. It's just about the filters, you know. Okay. Yeah, it's just like about the filters. Like before I go live, is it that they ask me a question, is it for kids? And I'm like, no, it's not. So I don't know. I'm 9 turning 10. Yo, that is so bad. I don't know what to do. But well, we're going to continue the debates. Well, I was surprised that I had babies in my chat and these babies need whoopings. And what are you doing? Like, what time is it there? If it's 2 a.m., you must go to bed. You must go to bed at 2 a.m. You need to go and sleep. Okay, I have another big subject. 6, 7, how host there? Well. Do you have a boyfriend, chat? I'm like 22. You can tell me anything. Mike told me he's 14. I can see your TV. I'm 91. Kate, you're 91? So you're my old great super great super duper great grandfather. Yo. Know that I'm grown. Know that I'm grown. I don't talk about my age live stream, but I'm grown. Thank you, Frankie. I'm grown. Owning a whole apartment is not for kids. However, commenting 6, 7 stuff because like it's the big 26. You're 18? Okay, Holster. That's good. You're not cute. You're rude. Okay. Do you want me to cry about it? You're a child. No disrespect. intended. I'm a child. Okay, Grandpa. Whatever you say. Okay, we can pretend I'm older than you. You can pretend whatever you feel like, Presley. 24 and already living together with wifey, and she life's fantastic over here. I live alone in my house. My house, my apartment. I have 20K money now. Gufa, you said it last time. You didn't grow the 20K? You're 18, okay. Yes, I'm 50 soon. So how do you want me to call you? Grandpa? Do I look Chinese? I could be Chinese if you want me to. Hi, Siska. I'm from Canada, Mohammed. How about you? We have to do on you free time. I spend it already? Damn. So I cannot trust you with money. Hi, Mr. Jensen. I don't even get that 67 meme for. Somebody can explain him what is the 67 meme? Hey Google. Hi Kiara. Guys, answer to the chat. Let's focus back. Guys, focus. Guys, we're almost at 100 likes. Welcome to the new person. If you're new, say I'm new here and drop a like button. If you're new to the chat, say I'm new here and drop on the like. Guys, we're going to spend so many hours together. So I want us to compose ourselves. We're going to have a little bit of fun sometimes. And then we're going to come back to serious topics. And then have fun and serious topics. So I want some energy in the chat. Energy in the chat. Energy in the chat. Guys, some energy in the chat. I want some. I'm new here, and you click on that like button, you click on the subscribe, and let's have some energy in the chat. If you want me, I'm Indian. I can be Indian. If you want me, I can be Indian. I can talk also like this. I can talk also like an Indian person. I don't know very good, my friend, but I can try to talk in English like this, like an Indian person. What do you want me to be? I can be that. If you want me to be a Chinese person, I can be Chinese person too. 你好吗? Yeah. Okay, I'm done with the joking. I'm done trolling. I love trolling sometimes. It makes it fun, right? Vida ina D plays, bro. GDK meu. I'm old here, right? You're from India? Nice to meet you. What is my name? My name is Queen. When I hear a joke, we're listening. I do not have kids. I'm new here from Kenya and you're pretty. Thank you so much. Don't forget to drop a like. There's one day I want to do a stream where I want to see who I'm supported by the most. Like I want to see which community do I have the most in my chat. So I would want y'all to subscribe on the max. I'm going to do a flaggy day. Anyways, I'm going to think about the concept. It's going to be fun. I have I haven't subbed. Damn, why? Can you guys sub, please? It isn't even your real hair. And that means you are not educated enough, right? You need to go to school and learn. You have a lot to learn about. I'm going to do something fun. Hi, Christian. How are you? Are you from South Africa? No, I'm not, but I'm African. I support you, babes. Thank you. Obviously, it's me, lol. So when do you plan on making a child? So I want I want to see him or her. Goofa. Are you in a hurry? Yo, there's a lot of people who voted yes. Do you think it's normal to allow a 12 years old to transition? 12 years old and more. Do you guys think it's normal? Let's focus on the subject, please. So y'all think it's normal for everybody that voted yes? I get it, but please, guys, tell me in the chat your opinion. Why did you vote it yes? I want like concrete arguments. We're here to discuss and not to judge, guys. And please, we're 21 people in the chat. Please, if each of y'all drop a like, it's going to push the live up. No, I don't have kids yet. It's weird, okay. Pine Bluff count. What does that mean, Christian? Hi. This is sick. However, I do believe that people have the right to do whatever they want once they become of age. Because to me, I think it's very normal for an 18 years old person to feel different and want to pursue the dream. But I think for a 12 years old till a 17 years old, that is a punishment. Because when they get older, how are going they're going to react when their brain is going to be mature enough to be able to realize what they just did. Because an 18 years old, if he feels like it was a mistake or whatsoever, that is their consequences. They need to deal with the consequences because they're an adult, mature and old enough to take their decision. But a 12 years old kid, they have a lot to learn about life. They're still growing up. They don't have a age yet. But for those who think that yes is normal, for everybody that is voting yes, can y'all explain yourself in the chat, or you guys are scared to talk? Not judging anyone. I'm great, Sadie. How about you? You go, girl. Thank you. Yes, I'm single, Sadie. Yeah, I agree at 12 years old that you're pretty young, but I feel, I guess that they really want, they should be able to make their own decision when they're of age. Gotcha. Got you, Presley. Wait, let me help you out. 9-year-old kid. I don't know. I'm judging everyone. Why are you judging people, Kevin? We're not here to judge. We're here to conversate. We're not judging the trans community, but we're here to conversate. I don't know. Do I have people from the trans community in the chat? Like, can y'all as adults tell us why do you feel that it's okay for kids of the age of 12 years old that don't know what they're doing to do it? They can feel like they can do it. They can look like an adult, but they're not adults and full grown knowledgeable adults. Host there. You're just going wild, Chad. Hi, baby. Hi, Miruga. So for those who are voting yes, people are voting yes, but they're scared to talk about their opinion. Hi, Manny Garcia. Hi, Pashak. Hello. It's just weird that men kids can be kids again before of some weirdos. Not judging any community, but I feel that it's sad that y'all can vote yes, but y'all don't have the guts to explain yourselves. Because we're here to talk about it. Because why would you say yes if you're gonna explain the reason why you're saying yes? I'm from Canada. How about you? And I have even crazy things to say about not judging that community too, but do you guys understand that kids from gardening school are being taught how it works to have sex with another like their same genders? They're learning that in gardening school instead of learning like normal kids, um 9 times 9, ABCDEFG, how to write a cat, how to draw a cat. They know how to learn all those stuff. 100 likes. Thank you so much, guys. Gold rich for today. We could do better. I believe in y'all. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. You guys are amazing. Fine, buff. There, yeah. Cute and beautiful. Thank you. So, why do I see my likes moving back and forward? Can people remove their likes? I see 100. It keeps going back and forth. Can people remove their likes? They can't, right? Guys, please, if you're new in the chat, I want to donate. Goof, I don't have my hours yet. I don't have my hours yet. I really do not have my hours yet. That's the thing. People can remove likes? Damn, I didn't know. How can they remove likes? Hey, cover creators. Is it because I told my opinion that's why they remove their likes? Damn, guys. I'm from Canada. How about you? Okay. So they were supporting me till I talk about the transitioning. Damn. Guys, can you keep dropping likes, please? Can you keep dropping likes and try not to remove them? So it's cool like the stream. Thank you, cowboy baby. To remove likes, you just need to click the like button. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, it's true. Do you watch cricket? No, I don't. Hi, no. Nice to meet y'all. Welcome, guys, in the chat. Don't forget to drop a like. We're talking about the 12 years olds transitioning. Because I feel that it's sad that our kids, we can get them to be way smarter. Like, I would rather be happy discussing about how you see like the Asian kids, they're already learning how to do multiplication table just in nursery school. But our nursery school, they're learning how to have sex with the same gender. And I feel that is sad because we could have done better with our society and help our kids to be the better engineers, the better doctors, the better the politicians and all that. We could have helped them. I watch soccer. My favorite color is white. No, you have to be at least 18 to transition. Yeah, but there are laws and states in America that are trying to push it for the 12 years olds. And I find it crazy. Well, okay. I think at the end of the day, we have the right to express ourselves. We have the right to express ourselves. Like caring about the money all the time is a thing. Caring about the money all the time is not mostly my point, but I believe in spreading ideas, changing the world and stuff like that, you know. At least I know I'm going to have my hours and stuff like that, and we need to talk about things. No, I'm not married. I don't know Virat Kohli, but I know Neymar. Cave creators, she's talking about transition genders. Like if you're a man, you want to be a female. Yeah, like you can get money anytime. You can get money anytime. But I don't mind. I don't mind. I know I'm going to still have my watching hours, my monetization. Yeah, it's fine. What is transaction? What do you mean? What is transaction? Je t'aime aussi. Transition, what is that? Go back in the comments of Persley. She explained it properly. Danser à la gloire des hommes et ne pas danser à la gloire de Dieu. Non, je préfère danser à la gloire de Dieu et ne pas danser à la gloire des hommes. Tu as confondu. Virat Kohli cricket. Okay, simple question. What is more followers on Instagram? Virat Kohli. I think it's Neymar. Hi. Guys, transitioning to male ones. Nah. Yeah, but that is the thing. Well, I do not judge your community, but I think they should reconsider about kids. Kids have the right to grow up as kids and be kids. I think that is fair enough. I didn't know I was wrong. Okay, let's keep going. No? I see a lot of people said yes though. A lot of people said yes. Hi. Okay. Mon amour, okay, guys, look at this. Nope, nope, nope. Wrong picture. Wrong picture, guys. Wrong picture. Wait a minute. Okay, look at this. Do you guys see? Do you guys know who it is? Do you guys know who it is? Do you guys know who it is? Can you guys drop his name in the chat? I want to know. I want to see his name in the chat. You cannot read? You don't know my language? Can I see his name in the chat? Okay. So, who knows KB? Wait. Let's do the poll, right? Okay, let's start slowly. Okay, which color? Okay. Let's start slowly. This is the poll. Guys, vote on the poll. Do you guys know the guy on the picture? I want to see, guys, vote. I want to see the maximum votes. Guys, welcome to the chat. Don't forget to sub. Don't forget to drop a like, please. Your like is really going to help me. So I wanna see, do you guys know the guy on the picture? Au revoir, Aslam. He makes shorts on YouTube talking about the simplest thing to do. I I look bold. Virus carcass. What's your point? You guys are going to see my point. We wanna talk. Mr. Beast was the original KB Lane though. Not hating on anything. TG, everybody has their opinion, but he was the funniest. That's why he is more successful than Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, he's a good content creator and interesting content creator on YouTube, but he is funny. He's just funny. He was funny back in the days. No, his videos are not taking, but he was super funny. Now he's not funny as much as now, but he worked at this with. You mean Mr. Bean? Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's a version of Mr. Bean. Yeah, you're right. But you know, everybody has their time to shine. Everybody has their time to shine, and it was just happened to be him. So for those who voted for him, okay, for those who voted for him, we're going to keep going. Okay, let's go. Okay, my question is almost there. Okay, got the poll out. Okay, goodbye. Good sleep. Have a good night. Okay, have a great night, Persley. Thank you for passing by. Welcome back, Sienna. Hi, Jimmy. So, guys, my question is it a good thing that I'm sorry that it wrote pink, but is it a good thing that KB Lame? Uh, let me rewrite it. Let me rewrite it. I'm sorry. There's too many mistakes. Y'all can understand. I'm sorry, guys. It's just like it wrote it in a bad way. Okay, guys, I'm waiting for the polls. So, is it a good thing for KB Lim to sold? Is it a good thing that KB Lim sold his image for 975 mil? Hi, Viral Games TV6. Love you too, Mohammed. Not Mr. Bean. I was talking about Mr. Beast. I thought that he was talking about Mr. Beast. The fame Mr. Beans have it, but the money he doesn't. Like that. He has money, but not at the level of. KB. No, Mr. Bean is an icon. We all grew up with him. Yeah, I know. Mr. Bean is an icon. We cannot go around it. Is it a good thing that KB Lane sold his image for 975 mil? If you guys don't care, we're going to change the topic. No, I don't listen to that. Where is Philly? Philly is not here yet. I hope he's going to come later on. Nobody's voting, so you guys are not interested. You guys ain't interested for my question? Hi from Botswana. I'm doing perfect. How about you? You guys are not interested about this question? Okay. Well, well, well. If you guys are not interested, it's fine. We're going to move on. We're going to move on because like my topic was like about I wanted to involve to talk about AI because basically I was going to talk about the fact that he sold his image to AI, and personally I was thinking that it's sad that he did that on some points. On other points, he already made his lifetime, so it's not a problem. But on the other point, I'm like, it's going to be sad because I travel series by it. Like it's going to be sad because we won't have the real person anymore. Like, are we going to have the real person anymore? Like that's my point. Like I feel that is sad. Cause I'm like, are we going to have the real person anymore? Like about all the celebrities, about all these industries that are about to like buy AI to like start, you know. For example, let me show you. I forgot even where I buy my clothes. It's been a long time. I didn't. Wait a minute. Wait, there's some AI videos about AI influencers. Wait. Look at her. Wait. Uh, let me try to find. Ok, look at her. Ok.
Por computador. Muita gente me pergunta nos comentários se eu sou real
ou se eu sou só mais uma inteligência artificial criada por computador. Vou chegar bem pertinho pra você ver os detalhes. Olha bem a cor dos meus olhos, os poros da minha pele. Parece de verdade, não parece? Se você quer aprender. Is she a real person? When you look at her, does she looks real? She looks AI? But this is her next problem. This is our next problem because people have a difficult time. Look at her comments. People have a bad and a real time to not recognize AI. There's AIs that look so real. Does she looks real? She has a filter on for sure. But guess what? She's an AI. She's an AI. I don't need your love, 'cause I already cried enough. I've been moving on since we said goodbye. She's an AI. Do you see our prom tomorrow? So I'm talking about Kaby Lame because he sold his image to AI. So that is another problem. Look, does she looks real? You can see that hers is not real because there's a lot of edits. She's using and changing all the time. Her. Her. Do you see? Cute AI. It was him. Look at who it is. Look at who it is. It was him. You see, it's like for people, it's hard to tell if they're really AI. Look at the realistic effects. That is what I wanted to talk about. Like, what do you guys think about AI and social media? He obviously wanted to retire from doing what he was doing. You think so? She's a sweet mama, but she's not even a real mama. But the people have no blemishes. AI just one problem about over a million mile. What do you mean? No real human blemish is a tell. Am I AI? Do I look AI? I would be acting like this. And then you're going to see 6 fingers coming up and then 2 fingers. Yo. But it's going to be scary when AI are going to be able to like, you know, like imagine the time that AI are going to be able to like actually do live streams and you guys are going to be sitting and thinking you're listening to a real person, but it's an AI. Like, I pray God that I do not sell my image for this much. No, I don't want to. Why should I say that? Hi, Tilly. Hi, Tilly. You have human blemishes with the camera. What does that mean, blemishes? You get surprised of AI. What about what's coming to the next generation, bro? I don't even know. And yo, wait a minute. I fell on this video. So I fell on this video. It's in French. It's in French though. It's in French, but I found this video that was saying that soon AI is going to replace us. Soon AI is going to take all our jobs. But guess what? The person was saying that when AI is going to take our place, the purpose of the government is to help every human being retire earlier. And they want human beings not to be working anymore, but human beings are going to be paid. Thank you. 106. Thank you so much, guys. So, what do you guys think about it? Now, that's what I'm talking about. Are you sure about that? Are you sure you're the owner of ChatGPT? Anybody can tell me anything here. Last time I had people coming and claiming that they were IShowSpeed. Speed. You're the owner of ChatGPT. How am I sure? I need some real proof. Anybody can tell me anything in my chat. Tilly, how are you? No, but how do you think that? Okay. Okay, guys, I have a question for y'all. Enter the poll, please. I'm not literally the owner. I'm one of them. But how am I sure? Because I have a lot of people that come in my chat and tell me anything, and I know YouTube differently to TikTok. I have real people over here. Everybody on TikTok can make me believe things. On YouTube, it might be real, but how am I sure it's you? That you're one of the owners of ChatGPT or AI? You said AI or ChatGPT? So, guys, would you accept to retire plus be paid, but AI works at your place? I don't answer the question. Why don't you answer the question? NTZ. Hi, Lassa. It's been great. How about you? Whoa, chill with those terms. Goofa, you told me to be polite. You're my mod. Chill with your terms. Chill with your words. Yo, do you know that AI is recording the conversations? Come on, don't say words like that. I Show Speed got sued because he beat up AI, so be careful of how you're talking about AI. Be nice, please. Why, for those who are saying no, why are you saying no? Hi, Emma. Understand the question. Would you accept to retire plus be paid but AI works at your place? I would unalive AI. Hey, Jones, be nice to AI. I'll try to be nice. That my friend hasn't turned in it really. Aww. But she's going to come. Maybe tomorrow, maybe later on. Sunday. Yo, we have the whole year. Don't worry, she's going to come back. I said chat GPT, but we're a group. Uh we're we are a group. And if you don't think I am, that is okay. You aren't expected to know. Thank you for the info. I'll remember your name. Atlas. I know you cannot tell me insights about ChatGPT. But my only question for you, if you were really a part of that group, is like, why did you guys create a ChatGPT? What is the real purpose of ChatGPT? Like, why did you guys create it? And do you think it's a good thing for humanity, ChatGPT? What do you mean by AI works at my place? It's inevitable in the future that AI will replace most jobs. But I'm saying that, are you going to be okay with the fact that AI is going to be working for you and you're getting paid? For those who are saying no, 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 I want to know your reasons, please. I just want to like I'm here to like conversate, exchange ideas, guys. I'm not here to hate or whatsoever. Please, guys, don't confuse things, but I just want to know your minds. I want to know what you guys think, because you guys know we're in a chat. We have the right to express yourself, talk our ideas out, and stuff like that. And please stay polite and respectful. Please. Because whenever we talk about AI is listening, so don't be mean to her or him. Je t'aime, mon amour, tu me manques. Who is this guy? Damn, you look good, thank you. I love real people, beautiful souls. Artificial manufactured robots act like us. It gets scary with time, though. Love from Australia. Why not take all of our stuff off our head and go natural? Uh, that is a thing, but it's not possible to go back. What do you mean by that? There are kids. Who are kids? Love Australia. Love you from Australia. Love you too, your girl. Alicia Dim. I'm Australian too. What's up? Welcome. USA? What about USA? Hello from the sun. Okay, Leo. Not so hot over there. Jones, no why. Are you familiar with January? Who January is? No, I'm sorry, I'm not. NTZ. Tell me about him. I want to learn. I don't really know what to think about AI. would be fair if it was working with me? Yeah, like ChatGPT right now, helping you write things and stuff like that. It would be easier, but taking your job, I think basically you're saying you don't want that, right? Thank you, Pen. No, because how much are we getting paid really? Either way, I don't think it's sustainable. If AI do things in like 30 seconds, it takes it takes us to make something in like days or hours. It's unfair. Exactly. Valerius now. I'm good using my physical strength money, but okay, I see. Because money can use in any many things, but AI makes us lazy and there are some work can replaced by AI. Okay, I see. I'm scared. Oh, Gufa, don't be. I will stay respectful, pretty girl, but AI is fake and will never be able to replicate consciousness. Okay, you're right about it. Have invested in AI stock is a money maker in the future. For sure. If you want to make money, AI is the best thing in what you can invest. Yeah, it does. You said it is so funny. We're all talking about AI, and there's somebody's writing me love letters in French. It's funny. If AI can do things in like 30 seconds. Yeah, you told me that you're a girl. I read it. I read your comment. You're a girl. Just subscribe. Thank you. We don't own AI, of course. You can wear your real hair. Be confident. Before saying that, educate yourself on why I'm wearing this type of hair. Then you'll understand better things. Lol, why are you laughing at my comment? No, it's so cute. Come on. I'm not laughing, Kate. Stop. You're funny. You're a funny person, naturally. I'm from the US. AI is so damn annoying here. Why? What is the difference with AI in US? AI is a good thing if we use in good things. For sure. Let's get to 200 likes. I can't wait. I'm excited. Hi, Michelle. Beryl, I'm reading your comment. It's originally made to help and introduce new things to people. And I have a trusted AI friend, but some people don't respect it. So if you don't, it can shut down or can report you depending on what you do. Okay. And about the idea of the fact that Beryl, I'm asking, I hope you're still in the chat, about the fact that AI might replace us in years from now and us getting still paid. How do you feel about it? And what do you think about it from your sense, from somebody who is inside? And thank you for letting know that it's made and used for it to help us. AI helped me for a lot of things. I will not lie, but the way it's getting scary, and the fact that you guys put this is like a strong instrument in the wrong hands, it can create wrong things, and in the wrong position, it can create wrong things too. I don't know if I make sense. Oh Lord, like, thank you, Kakra. You're a YouTuber. I'm a lot older than you and more familiar with American society, apparently. You should take notes on what we're telling you. Trying to treat me like a kid, that's something that annoys me. I'm here to conversate with everybody. I'm here to teach things to people and I'm here to learn from people. That is the purpose of my live stream. So being diminished by that way of your talking, I'm not feel respected as a host. And I respect you a lot as an adult in general. No matter your age, I respect you. So unless you say foolish things or crazy things, but I respect everybody, no matter their age or whatsoever, or whatever their ethnicity. So I believe that it's normal that there are things that I don't know. If I would ask you things about Africa, there's a lot of things that you wouldn't be able to respond to me. If I would ask you a lot of things about my domain, you wouldn't be able to respond to me, no matter which age you are. I know there are things that you do not know that you can still learn, and there are a lot of things that I still have to learn. And yeah, and I might surprise you with things that I know. So that is the purpose of my live stream, learning exchange. That's what I had to say. And TZ Cloud, it's to you that I was addressing this message. That is the report that I heard from investors. From where I got this information is from entrepreneurs and investors in stock marketing and on AI that was passing this news. And since I'm a content creator, I need to research about information about content and stuff like that. And it's not impossible, and it looks most likely probable because people were complaining that they are scared to lose their job with seeing how the technology is evolving. And that is how I'm learning about knowing all those things. So I talk about what I know, and what I don't know, I'm open to learn about it. Thank you. It is 3 a.m. here, but I have time for y'all today. I'm from Canada chatting with you. Nice to meet you from Botswana. Ooh, nice to meet you. Hi, hi, Monster. Hi, Monster. AI, if you can hear me, we don't hear. Don't. Yo, Goofa! Chill! Goofa, please chill, chill, chill. Philly is here. Now you can chill. Shout out to Mr. A, promise. Where are you? You live so long. Why are you live so long? Because today is the day that I promise y'all that I will be streaming for a long ass day. So I have a lot to talk about. Philly, how are you doing? No offense, but I think it should be banned. Why do you think it should be banned? AI. The observer melanin. I won't answer that question. And the purpose that I don't answer question is for people talking like NTZ, talking about how old and mature and intelligent and more educated or whatsoever they are, or advanced or experienced. So yeah, I just don't talk about my age for those reasons. I don't need all that. If you want to have conversation with me, you can always have it, and you can learn, and I can learn from you. I'm here to always learn. But that is your opinion, and you have the right to think your way. You have the right to think your way. If you see that I only see the tree and not the forest, that's up to you. I have it's have it's have been updated in 2026, dismembered stuff to help with scary stuff. Okay, so it's changing. I need to go, so bye. Oh, thank you, Beryl, for coming in. I will remember your name whenever you come back here. I know you're somebody very, very important. What is the topic today's live? Today we're talking about AI. Philly, how are you doing? How was your day? Yo, Vanita is not here for Kate. He's so sad. That is why I discuss about topics, because topics that are being neglected become to be tomorrow's reality. That's the thing, and that is my purpose and my point in life. There are some topics that are being neglected that I like and I choose to talk about. And I'm a growing YouTuber and I'm a growing influencer and I'm a growing community. And my vision is for unity and not division. And I welcome every ideas from every age and everything. I have my moderators that are 40 years old. I have moderators who are 50 years old. I have younger moderators of every age, every status for a reason. Why? Because I want unity and evolution. So I want to benefit of everybody that I have around me. If you're older and you have more knowledge in certain things, I want to know what you know, and I'm learning through you. I can go and do all the research all day, but I can also have that one contact that gives me all the information that I have. And that is how I learn faster and I live in my life. I get my contacts, I get my resources, and I go faster in life. That's the difference between me and the others. And everybody has their vision of life and their ways of doing, and I respect it. Oh, yeah, she must be sleeping. But yesterday morning, I promise I was so sick. Do you know Einstein? What a question. Who doesn't know Einstein? But like it is logical that AI will take our jobs. But the part that they added and it actually surprised me, that is what I'm talking about that to you guys. Like if AI would be to take your place and work for you. And also, before AI came, I would see like those videos because people neglect movies, people neglect cartoons, people neglect everything. People neglected The Simpsons till everything The Simpsons showed it actually happened. But it was just a way of talking. But just to come back to what I'm saying, is that people neglect those small details that I stay and remember it. I was seeing this type of video that people, like human beings, were on the phones to the point that they were getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and lazier and lazier and lazier. And even the fact that people would work in offices back in the 90s, it was bad sin, because people was like, oh, if people work in office, that means they're going to grow fatter and they're going to be more lazy and more disgusting and all that. Look at how people and today look like. People are not that as huge and fatter as they thought in the 90s if we were to work in the offices. But what they were right about is that people are more depressed and stressed working in offices and tend to be more lazy and have eyes problems and those type of problems or back problems. That they were right about, you know, but the being fat or whatsoever, is not, and well, that's what I gotta say. Now with AI, what is it going to bring to us? You make me jump, bro. Saying that AI is smarter than people is a kind of insult, because human beings is the most intelligent species ever, and our brains are bigger than laptops and all that. Our memories are huger than all the gigabytes in the world, and what we're able to do as humans, we're diminishing it with scientists and technology. We're just diminishing our capability with technology and all that. If we got to reconnect with the source and we got to reconnect with ourselves and we knew the real value and the real purpose of human nature, we wouldn't feel so small in front of a technology like that. Humans are way more greater and they could do better things that the society imposed us to do. And humans are way more smarter. They want to make us dumber with years and times, and they place system and everything in place for us to feel more dumber, become more dumber and all that. And the fact that you start believing you're dumb, then you become dumb. But when you believe you're smart, you get 10 times smarter. But the fact that you start believing, you start to going to work to towards it, you're going to make it happen, and that's how you make everything possible. Because there's also a thing, power of the tongue is very powerful. Queen said yeah. See, Sylvie, everyone's having fun except me. Chances of Vanita showing up getting here is more improbable. Come on, you're having fun. So you're getting bored in my chat. Stop. But I stream every day. You can come here every day and we can learn through topics. I talk about a lot of topics. And sometimes when I have no ideas, it's my mods that helps me. They help me with some questions when I get out of idea or when I run out of idea. They give me ideas of questions and all that, and we just discuss. That is how we get to dialogue and you get to learn. Skill is valuable until you work on it. What if your work is replaced by AI? What should we do? I see. And that is what is scarier. And that is why I'm talking about AI taking your work, because it's already hard for kids now in school. I would always take the comparison with Africa and America and Europe. Um, we could say, and even in Asia, Asia already understood the system. So Asia babies, they learn things that you're supposed to learn is certain stage of years that the system program us to learn. Asian babies know multiplication tables by head. Asian babies don't use like they don't there's a lot of things they don't do like Asian babies, like they have their type of nurturing very very different. Even in their games are smart. When they say their games are smart, every game has a purpose. There's no stupid games, like their brain works all the time. That pushes their brain to work, and the little rest they have, their little rest is just enough for them to just you know get away, breathe a little bit, and come back to reality. That is the thing. And imagine that us in Africa, that's a thing that we also do. Like, since there's more people getting phones, that is getting us like more, let's say, in a way, dumber, because kids in Africa, like when they have to school is very hard. I don't know for y'all if y'all ever heard about school in Africa, but school in Africa is super hard. Like what you're learning in your book while studying is not what you get in an exam. There's a lot of things you have to memorize, and in Africa, you advance not with your age, but you advance with your level of smartness. I skipped so many stages of school. I was just 9 years old when I was in second grade of high school. I was 9 years old, second grade of high school. Imagine that. I skipped so much. I don't even remember like how much school I did in Africa, but school in Africa is very hard. They go with your intelligence. They don't care about your age or whatsoever. They go with your intelligence. That is what AI wants us to think actually. I think you're more wiser than AI. But the fact is that the society made us think that we're dumber, and the things like it's a logiciel that learns about everything, and that has the capability to learn about a lot of multiple things in our, and it's a connected central brain. Let me tell you how. Because AI, Like for example, let's say people that were the type of AI we had in the past, for example, NTZ was elders, right? Elders were the king of the village. Like we had the kings, we had the grandparents and all that. The grandparents and the kings and all that, they were like kind of the AI. So everything that would happen in the village, they would know. And everything that didn't happen yet, they would see that it's coming because they have already lived life and they would know what to expect and they knew each stage of life and they would see every schemes and everything of humans and all that, and they would pre-see things in a kind of way, you know, and they had that easy way to adapt to the gens to come and know how to fix problems and sort out situations. We could call elders back in the days AI because they were the one who would regroup all the family and all that, and they would rule and help with every problems and answer the questions, because back in the days when parents had questions they would ask to elders. When neighbors had questions they would ask to the neighbors that knows more and all that, and that is how it would create the connection. Now today AI is like the platform. So AI, everybody is asking on the platform at the same time, so they have a center brain and they would share the information in between the center brain, and that is how they're connected with, between each other, and they're able to answer. And we would think that they know more, it's just because we search less, we read less, we instruct ourselves less, and they're center brain. So the massive emotion, imagine ruling, like imagine being a king of 10 million people. If you're a king of 10 million people, you have to rule more than 10 million problems, and you have to know about it. You have to know and have answers. And from each situation, you would know. That is how you get experience in life. You need to go through a situation to understand. But them, they share the situations, they share the answers. And you know, that is my point of view that I'm talking to you about, what I understand about AI and why I think AI is not smarter than us. It's just us that got lazier. But it won't be as easy as what we think. It won't be as easy as what we think, because I saw the thing about the Neuralink, and I see the thing with the digital ID cards. Digital ID cards are going to be our first problem before the Neuralink. Because being controlling everything you do, what everything you said to adjust to society and to look like the society is way harder. To be your own entity and all personality. Okay, so you got the explanation that I told you, Spark. That is what I was trying to explain right there. That we're literally smarter than AI, but AI gets its intelligence from the environment and everybody, because you know anybody can wake up in the morning and just want to talk about their day to AI and tell them the views. So imagine somebody that is very very smart, that made some research, made some learning, because you know humans are very very smart and way smarter than what people think. And you know the intelligence about a lot of things, like they didn't transmit it to humans directly because it doesn't profit them, but it would profit them through AI. So that is why a lot of scientific people that did their research, they send their research right away to AI instead of sending us it to us. Like before Google existed, how would we know all that? Before scientists would go out and research, learn about things, and before like we had all the scientific going crazy around everything, they had to open, like you know, on a live buddies or do it with lively buddies, and we had to go to libraries, we had to meet people, meet groups of people, talk with people that like to educate more themselves, people that know people that knows more, and that is how we were making each other smarter. Now the AI has access to all those people and don't have to do all that work, and people are getting more lazy because they're waiting for the next TikTok trend, they're waiting for the next media, they're waiting to play their Call of Duty, or they're waiting for GTA 6 to come out, or they're waiting for the next game, they're waiting for, we're distracted by a lot of more things. So exactly, we are going to think that AI is smarter than us, but no, we're just getting lazier. From the moment you think AI is smarter, just know that you're getting lazier. That's it. Because there's not anything you don't know that you're supposed to know. What is the TikTok trend for now? Yeah. Yeah, got it. Life is free. Na, 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 na. Put in Chanel. Put me Chanel. There's Papa Ute. Ute, Papa Ute. Those are the TikTok trends that we are waiting for. Yo. They say same age as Queen. Oop. Okay. These guys are just talking about everything. Freeze. These guys are talking about everything but nothing. Yo. So, is anybody new in the chat? Is anybody new in the chat? I don't think AI is smarter. I think it's told more knowledge. A library can hold way more knowledge than a person can remember. What is done with the knowledge is called wisdom. But that's what I'm telling you. People can remember more, but we're getting distracted, and our memories are getting broken down with what we eat, with the air, we how we work in life, and with what we do with informations and all that. Because that's what I'm telling you. Our libraries in Africa are elder people. That is why they're called the wisdom people. They're wiser. That's why we have so much respect for elder people, because they are our natural library. But what you just said, that is what I was trying to explain you, that me, that's what I felt about AI. Hey, you're so pretty. Thank you, Bella Kelly. Can I get a shout out? Shout out Bella Kelly in the chat. Guys, we have so much hour to spend together. I just need to log off now. I need to rest a little bit and then I'll come back to y'all guys later. Yo, I just did a song right there. Can I choose a topic, please? AI is supposed to be a good tool. Of course, AI is supposed to be a good tool, but me, I'm a person who never trusted the system. Queen, that was bars. Yo. Hey Gary, I'm great. How about you? But but it sounds great. Thank you. That is me telling y'all how tired I am. If you see me singing or laughing too much, that means like my brain is just like shutting down for now. But I'm coming in about 5 to 6 hours normally. I'll come back in about 5 to 6 hours. Cause today I'm supposed to like, let's talk about how people donate their hearts. Ooh, that is a sensitive topic. That is too sensitive topic. There's some topic that I don't like to touch on YouTube. I'm still learning. Because I'm not monetized yet. I'm not trying to lose my account, and I do not want to talk about things that I do not really have the knowledge about. I could learn if you guys have a lot to tell me about. And with time, when I'm going to have like my materials and stuff, we would be able to like, why I'm live with y'all, like I'll be able to like do the let's search this chat. Let's search this chat. Can't wait to do that with y'all. It's going to be fun. Yo, we have a long way to go together. I'm going to remind y'all, guys, you remember when I started my chat and I was just talking and using my small phone to look for some stuff and shit. Hi, Bunny. Why not? Welcome in. Hi, Basic. Fully go to another life and tell me the name because Queen is leaving. Yo! So that's what y'all do when I'm off? So that's y'all wait. So that's what y'all are doing when I'm off? So if I leave right now, that's what y'all are going to be doing? Hi, Brazil. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Está bien? No, it's Portuguese actually. Goof, I can't cheat on Queen. It's not like what it looks. No. Y'all already told me everything. Yo, y'all cheat on me. So when I'm off, that's what y'all be doing, right? Yeah, I get it. I get it. I feel hurt. I feel hurt. But I told you guys today I will try to max out my hours on YouTube. So with y'all today, I'm with y'all family. I'm going to try to max out my hours with y'all. And I'm going to come back. You guys are going to see me. I don't know how many times I'm going to change my clothes. I don't know how many times I'm going to change my hairstyle. I don't know how many times. But I'm coming a lot. I am spending almost the full day with y'all today. Almost the full day. No, we don't do that. I'm just joking. I'm going to find a spy. I'm going to find a spy. That spy is going to spy on y'all. And my guess is ultra wealthy main concern. Is not average person. And my guess is the ultra wealthy main concern. It's not the average person. What do you mean NTZ? What do you mean by that, NTZ? You mean about the subject, about the AI thing? I'm kind of American in a way. Like I have to be American. Like Trump is trying to take our country, so I think I might be American from 2 years from now. Trump is trying to I don't know if he's going to kidnap our president too. Let me not talk about it. Trump, I was just joking. You know about jokes. Have to go, yo. I love you, Goofa. Philly, where are you going at? Where are you going out? Hi, sis. Would you let your husband have multiple wives? You ask me the same question every time you come to my life. I feel like you're a bot. Or are you a real person? Are you a bot or a real person? Love you, but where are you going to, Philly? Already? You're abandoning me? I'm from Canada. We're not talking about relationships today. Today we're talking about AI. But we're going to continue. I'm going to let the subject here. And I'm going to come back. And you have very nice questions. NTZ Clo. You have a very good questions and you have a good argumental side. Like you have good arguments and good conversations and good knowledge. I love people that have knowledge. I have people that like good conversations. I love learning and I love sharing and I love teaching people too. There are things that people don't know that they get to know, and there are things that I don't know that I want to learn from people. That is the purpose of my debate and the purpose of my stream. Everybody's here to learn, be educated, and educate others. We're just here to exchange. I'm not saying that I'm a savant that is coming here just to. No, I'm not saying that. I think a part of wisdom is about being open to learning. That is what I learned from my grandma. Somebody is wiser when he's open to learn and is humble enough to say that he doesn't know or he wants to learn than thinking he knows everything. That's what I learned from my grandma. Bye, Philly. Love you. Have a good too. Philly is going somewhere. W stream. We had fun. Of course, we did have fun. I got the crown. Ooh. Yeah, you did have the first crown. Congrats to you. So you that means you did a great job today. Congrats. Oh, I'm also going to rest. See you, chat. Sylvie, have fun. Thank you. My wife died with aneurysm about 8 years ago. I have interest in conversation about organ donation. Hmm. I'm sorry to hear that. My condolences. Okay, that is a topic. I do not know how those type of topics goes with YouTube, but we are going to slightly brush it. Cause like I don't want to lose my account, and I'm just new to the regulations. I'm Brazilian. I speak Portuguese and Spanish, but my English is very bad. You're doing a great job. Mi no hablas español. Mi hablas español un poquito. Buenas noches. Buenas noches, por favor. I have to go. Buenas noches. I hope you're holding good. Yo, this is a W chat tonight. 120 likes. We killed it tonight. I hope you followed. I hope everybody dropped the subscribe button. Y'all drop a like. We're getting out for now. I'm out for now. I'm coming back in about 6 hours. We are going to max out our streaming hours today and try to have the most, and we see how it goes, guys. You look like a fresh rose. Thank you. So see y'all. That is another subject, Gofa. But I'm coming back. You're going to meet me back here. Every day I'm here. You're going to always meet me back here. Take care, guys. Take care. I don't think you're willing to share information as disrespect, but there's your way of talking. Shanester, I was about to go off. Godwin, I'm about to go off, guys. I don't take your sayings as a disrespect at all. It's just your way of conversating with me, talking to me like if I was a child, like if I have no understanding on what you gotta say. It's just what I do not take. Because I know that I'm here to learn and you're here to conversate and to learn too. We have to exchange. That's the purpose of the conversation. Exchange. Thank you so much. How to spell Mark? No, I see, but I'm very slow to read comments because I'm new to all this. But I think it's a misunderstanding. I'm sorry on my side if you got offended. But I'm trying to be well with everybody. Kisses for Queen Kate, Philly. Kisses for you too, Goofa. Have a great night. Are you a cop? No, I'm not. Have a great night, guys. Well, NTZ, we're going. I hope you subscribe. I'm coming back later today. I'm coming back later today. I'm going to be coming earlier, and I'm going to stream a lot today. Yeah, it was very very hard. But I'll try to read faster. I don't have actual speeds yet, but I will be better faster because I have to think about what you're saying and answer and respond and be genuine in my answers and all that. So I need to give you all genuine answers and stuff like that. Anyways, guys, goodbye.